great instructional video for you. Today we're going to be replacing the spindle on the Symmons Temptrol Shower Valve. Reasons why you might want to replace the spindle on the inside here is that your mix of hot and cold water is not correct. I already tried increasing how much the handle would go for the hot water, and it's still not hot enough. And I know that all the other things in our house are pretty hot, so I'm thinking it's the spindle, which is the part that regulates the mixture of hot and cold water right here. That's why you might want to replace your spindle. It actually says this in the manual that you could download online. There's also one other thing you could do, which is actually try to clean the spindle and make sure that it's working correctly. We're also going to go through that process as well. First step is that we're going to have to unscrew this. Now you might have a cap that's on here. Ours kind of fell off over time, and you can order a new one, but we didn't feel like doing that. So what you would do to take that cap off is you would get a flat head and just pry up underneath it a little bit. It has little prongs on it. They're really delicate if you leave it in there for years. After that is you're just going to take your Phillips head, unscrew that little screw. Make sure that you don't drop it down because it might go down the drain. By the way, an excellent way of not losing screws in the drain is to put a face cloth or something over the drain, and that way if it falls, it's not going to go right down the drain. If you lose that screw, you're going to have to get a new one. The second step in the manual, they want you to turn this to warm, and that's so that you don't ruin the spindle on the inside. However, to do that, you're going to have to turn the water off to this valve. Here's the water meter to the house, and we have the handle over here, and we're just going to flip that handle down. I'm just going to put my phone down for some light here. And we'll flip that down and I'll turn the water off to the whole house. And the only reason why I'm doing that is because I can't find the valve to the shower upstairs. Now that the water's off, you always want to test it, by the way, but regardless, to get the spindle out of there, we have to turn this to a warm setting. You see that there might be a little residual water that comes down, but there's no water coming out because you turn the water off to the house. Remember, we took the screw out already, so now that it's on the warm setting, we're going to take the handle right off, just pop it right off. Don't lose anything. And the next step is to take this cap off. Literally, you just take it and take it off by screwing it up on the left. Put that to the side. And this part is the spindle right here that we're going to take out. Remember, this is open to a warm setting. If it's not, you can damage the spindle. So we're going to have to get a wrench and wrench this part to the left to get the spindle out. The next step is to take these screws out, take the base plate off. And that way we can really see what's going on in there too. It's just a little bit better. And that way you're not going to fight with anything in here. I'm going to use this wrench. Let's take this off after we take the base plate off. Just unscrew these two screws. Now that we got the screws out, we just take the back plate off. This diverter handle is going to come out as well. So just kind of pull on that when you pull the back plate off. And if it comes off, I'm just going to rest with this little bracket right here. So it's not a big thing if it comes a little apart like mine did. Now we're ready to take the spindle out. To get the spindle out of there, we're going to take our wrench. We're going to turn it to the left, so this way. It might be tough at first, but it will come off. It's just going to take a little easy, but you can see that the pipes on the inside, they might move around a little bit, so don't go too hard, but eventually this will come off. And finally, we got it to loosen up. Some water might come out, but we're okay still. And I'll take the rest up by hand just to make sure I don't strip any threads. Try to get that water in the shower. Of course, you can have a cloth so it doesn't go down the wall, but we'll be okay. There's not much left. That's just the remnants from turning the water off. And your spindle's right here, so we can actually just lefty-loosey this again and take the spindle right off. This big nut right here. Save this nut, we're gonna need that obviously. And this is the part we're replacing, the main spindle. Things you could try before you buy a replacement. We could dip this whole part into some white vinegar or any vinegar. I only have apple cider vinegar. I don't know where the white vinegar went. And you can try to loosen this up, but what you wanna listen for is that valve. Now, I've already soaked this in vinegar, so it's not working still. So I'm gonna replace the valve. That's basically what they say to do in the manual for maintenance. It's basically, if this thing's not working, try to soak it in vinegar, try to loosen it up. You can also hammer on the top here, try to get any debris out of there. But that didn't work for me, so I'm gonna replace the whole spindle. If you have a lot more problems, it might be better just to buy a whole new Symmons Temptrol and take the parts from it as you need them, because if this doesn't work, then I'm gonna probably have to take off the seals in the back, and there's a special tool for that, and I'll make a separate video if I have to do that. But we're gonna just replace the spindle today. This is the official Symmons Temptrol spindle. It has RP on it, but it's pretty much the same thing. If you look at the thing on the back of the packaging, TA-10 is the spindle itself. Right here is a gasket, that's T11, so you wanna make sure that that's on there too. And that's stuck on there for us, so we're gonna use that. But it wouldn't be bad if you want to replace that now. We're gonna take our nut over here and we're just gonna thread it through. Get it all the way through there. It comes pre-greased too as well, so that's always nice to see. And just screw it all the way on there. Now remember, we left this valve on. Should go right in. Notice that it clips. It actually sounds a little bit better, so it might be the spindle that's our problem. I'm gonna put it right in the hole. And then there are threads right here, and we're just gonna put it right on there. And I like to do it with my hand first. Get it right back in that valve, and that's basically how you replace a spindle. I'm gonna get our wrench and just wrench it down just a little bit. We don't have to go really tight, just tight enough to get against the washer there so that no water leaks out. And again, just turning to the right, just to make it tight against that washer. Not too tight, just tight enough. And that way it won't be as bad to get it off. All right, our next step after tightening that up is to put the backing back on. If your diverter handle came out, you'll see this little tab thing right there. That's gonna go on the bottom, on the inside. So make sure it's lined up. Push down, that's good. The other thing is that the diverter handle, this is only gonna go in one way in this little diverter hole here. So I'm gonna line that up and just twist this around so it goes in there. And it might come out of there again, so you just have to keep pushing down. To get this back on there, you have to line up the screws, and we'll screw it back in. Make sure that these screws line up with the holes in the back. You might have to look back there, and you might want to start them with your fingers first, just to make sure they're in there. So there's one. And then we'll take the second one and do the same thing on the other side. Right in there. Let's get it started. Make sure that diverter handle's in there. And just screw them back in. Now you don't have to be really hard on these screws at the end here. Just make sure they're snug. We want the diverter handle to be like this so that the cap that we have to screw back on can go in to the hole like so. If you have the diverter handle here, sometimes it'll block it from going all the way in. So just have it in the middle and then screw to the right. That's catching the threads on the outside here. And then finally, you can put the handle back on. Again, this is on a warm setting though, so I'm not gonna put the screw in just yet, but I'm gonna put it on there so I can turn it on and off. And when I get my son to turn the water on, I'm gonna have some walkie-talkies, so I have to keep walking up and down the stairs, but you might have to walk up and down the stairs, turn the water on. Just know that this is gonna go on as soon as you turn the water on, so make sure there's nothing here that's going to break in water if it starts raining down on it. I got my son downstairs, he's ready to turn on the water. When I tell him to turn it on, it's going to turn on instantly because again, we left this on a warm setting, so it's on already. Zach, turn the water on, bud. Okay. And to test this out, we're going to turn this all the way to the hottest setting, which it is, and we're going to see how hot it gets. And hopefully it's piping hot, or else I have to replace all the parts. Either way, that's how you replace the spindle in the Symmons Temptrol. It's just a matter of screwing back on the handle wherever you want it when it's off, and you're all set. The other thing that you want is you want to make sure that this can go the maximum distance for hot water to your liking. I have a video on that already, so I'll leave a link in the description in that below. You might want to try that first before doing a spindle repair. And if that's not it, then you'll have to replace probably the cold and the hot seal on the inside. And then we'll just screw the handle back in and we're all set. Just put that screw back in while the water's still dropping on my hands. Of course, you can put the handle whatever way you want, whatever orientation. And that is how you replace a spindle in a Symmons Temptrol shower valve. Hopefully this works for you, and leave comments. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, please give us a thumbs up and push that subscribe button below. While you're down there, also push on the bell notification icon. We appreciate all your support. Hopefully this works for you, and have a great night. As always, if you like this video, found it useful, please subscribe. And if you have a product that you would like reviewed, please contact Eric by emailing him at eric5150diy@gmail.com. Have a great day.